Hey guys, better yet, happy birthday, all you Capricorns out there. I am sorry that it has taken me a little while to get to y'all. I didn't forget. Just have a lot going on, trying to move, all this stuff, the holidays. So I'm a little behind schedule. So I know you guys don't like that, um, but I'm here nonetheless. So let's see what 2019 will start out looking for y'all. We're moving into the year of the pig in Chinese zodiac astrology. Very fortunate. We can really kind of reap some of the rewards. Pigs are very playful. They're not super productive, but they're very hardy. They offer a lot of meat, a lot of nourishment. They taste great, you know. So this should be a very prosperous year for all. Your natural planet, Saturn, is in your sign, so you guys should be feeling a lot more like yourselves. We're all feeling a little more responsible, trying to take on the big things in our lives that will propel us to where we all want to be deep down, but being a little more cautious, a little more prepared in the meantime. And it's also super close to the sun right now, which is obviously in your sign as well. So you guys may be feeling a little creative. Sun energy is Leo energy, so you're going to be feeling that sense of pride, like you're getting back to your roots. You're feeling good. You're feeling yourself again. You're very expressive. You're finding your soul purpose once again. Your journey, getting back on track with everything. So it's been a ride with Mars so close to Pisces. We haven't been very sure of what to do, how to take action. We felt, when we're trying to be imaginative, we rush it, and when we're trying to be action-oriented, we don't know which direction to start in, because Pisces clouds things, Aries is very straightforward. So there are two energies that don't really mesh well together. So for you guys so far, 10 of Wands, this is a new deck, by the way. It's the Animal Totem deck. So I'm going to just test it out with y'all. So 10 of Wands reversed. You have basically done all you can on this road. So this could be a very big turning point where you're trying to assess how much responsibility is too much. What's the right amount? Because right now you feel burdened. Like, look at this card. It's a snail responsible for 10 wands, all of which are way bigger than itself. So there's no way that you could possibly go forward with those wands, dragging them along. It's doing more harm than good. So with so much Saturn energy for you guys right now, maybe it's almost better for you guys to feel a little more relaxed around the holidays. Feel like the Jupiter vibes, where you can just kind of not take things quite so seriously. Try to enjoy stuff. So yes, we all like to make preparations and resolutions for the new year, but you guys are, well, you guys can do that for sure. Everybody's going to get that chance, but I think for you guys, it's more about thinning. So it's about filtering what's not really doing so well in your life, or what is just not necessary for you to keep carrying along, because that's a lot. That's a lot for a snail. So we get the Tower card here. So for here in this deck, since this is all animal related, it's actually a mound of termites. And termites are very destructive. When they enter your home or something, in a very short amount of time, they can destroy the foundation of your home, all the wood, everything. So that's where the destructive energy is in this deck, in the Tower. This is them building a very big monument or shrine of such, like almost to your ego. So this is like these cards tie very well into each other because this is like fire energy, and this is as much as you can earn before the court cards. And then this is your ego on display here, but it's bringing it down. The lightning strikes, it hits the mound, and there is destruction amongst the flames. So you guys really have to start um, figuring out what to leave behind, because this is some big journey stuff. It's like very exciting, especially going into a new year. I know how you guys aren't great about letting go of things, but you definitely don't back down from a challenge. So I think you guys are well suited. And now most of the signs out there are kind of in their natal. The planets are in their natal signs right now, like Neptune is in Pisces, Jupiter's in Sag, you guys are in your sign. So we're almost, it's like a planetary, like getting back to almost a new beginning of sorts, where we're starting over. It's like this big reset button after eclipse season and everything. So this will really be a really cool, interesting year to take on the things that are most important to us. Like we're getting back in touch with ourselves here. So Three of Wands, reverse, lots of fire for you guys. So Three of Wands is really about kind of almost like looking through the crystal ball. You know, it's like it's finding what you hope for your future to be like. And I'm not so sure that you guys see so clearly just yet what it is that you want. You feel kind of like an itch to do something a little different, you know, which that itch for you guys is extremely uncomfortable. Um, but it's important to at least give it some awareness because you know, Ten of Wands reverse, that's what you guys are feeling. You know, you're not really scared of um, getting to the heights of the tower because you guys just keep climbing and climbing, just like the goat that represents your sign. You want to get to the top of every mountain, so you can own that place. You can win that trophy, get that award, claim that space. I get that, but this is really about, yes, fire signs obviously are highly recognized because they stand out, but this is about doing what's emotionally important for yourself, something that only you can know. You know, it's not something that other people are necessarily going to recognize right away. This is knowing within yourself that you need to do this certain thing. So for you guys, it looks like it could involve going in a new direction completely. You know, Three of Wands, like there's a ship, like he's at the bay, woodpecker, he's finding. So it's actually cool because these two tie in too, because if you think these are two very diametrically opposed animals, you know, you've got the termites um, that obviously like destroy all the healthy wood and everything, but the woodpecker needs it to survive. That's kind of a home. It's a source of life for the woodpecker because if I'm not mistaken, the woodpecker does eat termites. You know, so they're tied into each other very well. So it's like one can't survive without the other. You know, that's kind of how it is in nature. And for earth signs, they very much understand that more than others. You guys, there's a cause and effect to everything out there. Um, that's why infinity symbols come up a lot in tarot, because everything that happens in life, I don't think it ever necessarily goes away. It just kind of maybe just kind of remanifests in a different, ooh, big one. Okay, so Ten of Cups. This is a great, great card. So here we see the family. It's a very blissful card. Notice, you know, even though it's like ice around it, it seems very warm, like a warm atmosphere. In the regular Rider-Waite deck, there's a rainbow surrounding the family, and they're dancing. The kids are dancing in the background. I mean, look how like wonderful that card looks, you know. So even in winter you can find your bliss. I mean, this is your season, so happy birthday to you guys. But it shows here that there is a lot to work towards, but dreams can come true. There's this magical essence in the air, but you guys have to go. You guys have to just hit the ground running. Lots of speed, agility. So what's slowing you down is this. all of this responsibility, you guys have to just start chucking it. You have to thin out because the tower is going to hit, and then you go down to 3. So you go from 10 wands to 3. So there's a lot less on your plate, a lot less demands, a lot less like, splitting your attention, because you have to be fully awakened to knowing when the time is right to just go. So if there's like just some idea, these ideas are hitting you out of nowhere, you're just having some real big aha moments and some really big insights about yourself and how you can achieve these dreams, manifest this stuff, have all the things you want. It's going to happen really fast. So I'm excited for you guys. The only thing that I do caution is with pages, you guys may not find that energy super comforting because it's less about having a mission as opposed to just going in a different direction with no sense of boundaries, nothing to tie it down. And I don't know how comfortable you guys are with that because that's what you do represent. You're a very mission oriented sign. You have to have rules, you have to have direction, and pages kind of tell us that we can make our own future by just kind of going and finding it out, like stumbling into it. Whereas a knight is more like, okay, you're sent to this town or whatever to fulfill this purpose, your journey. It's more laid out for them. But for pages, it's less, it's more about independence is what you're looking for. So both offer new directions, but it'll be interesting to see how you guys do with some independence for a change. So good stuff nonetheless. But already 2 10s, so yes, this is a big time to bring things to a close here. Perfect. We've only got 4 more days in 2018. So not saying that you have to have it done by the new year, but you should start seeing things come to a close, and you're going to have to start figuring out, what you can leave behind, and what's necessary for your survival. So, okay. Queen of Pentacles. So, what did I say? Year of the Pig, right? So, Queen of Pentacles, she is just, I mean, she is so blissful. Like, I want to be that pig right now. You think the Ten of Cups was fun. So, Pentacles energy, though, we know by now, is more about material assets. It's more about having the money to do those pleasurable things. It's indulgence. It's having the best food, the massage, going on the best trips, and the beautiful family. It's just like everything is blossoming around you. You're in that really, really good energy, and you've worked hard to get there. So, like the pig is almost ready to be enjoyed. Like it's going to be very fertile, it's going to be really good, very nourishing. So, and look how beautiful the surroundings are. So this is just, especially for you females out there, or if there's any females in the workplace that are coming up for you guys pretty strong right now, that's what's showing. They're kind of pushing you to move forward very fast, to just hit the ground running, with that Page of Swords right before it. So you can still have all these comforts moving in a new direction. That's what it's re-emphasizing here. It's not taking away all the value in your life, everything you've earned up to this point. It's redirecting it. It's taking it in a new direction. So it's really going to test how comfortable you guys are and how willing you are about going in a new direction. That's why she came up. So let's see here. Ooh, another queen back to back. Maybe some female on female drama. Let's see here. So Queen of Swords, though, we don't like to mess with her because she can cut. Quite literally, she has a sword. The wolf, very stealth, blends right into its surroundings, that white fur. So it's very, very good to attack. Coming right after the pig, maybe that's what it's hungry for. So if this is showing that you guys are really ready to kind of sink your teeth into the year of the pig, that's great. because it looks good. I mean, Tower is scary, obviously. It's a lot of change, and it just comes, there's nothing that you can really do stopping it wise. It's like Wheel of Fortune. It's going to take its toll no matter what you do. But Queen of Swords, your mind is in the right frame. You've got your head on your shoulders. Yes, you have all the things, and you don't want to let go of them, but you know that there are bigger things at play here. So the Hermit is what's going to test you. The Hermit is referring to yourself or any Virgo energy. So if you have that in your chart, or if there's a significant Virgo around you that you deem very intellectual, which most of them are, but going on your own path, the Hermit is a solo card. It's not, Virgos usually don't find them in relationships because they're very, very independent, altruistic people that just want to help others, so they don't really leave a lot of time for themselves or their own kind of personal life at the end of the day. They kind of have a higher purpose in that sense that they want to be the ultimate caregivers. So the Hermit is finding that light bulb, like with the grasshopper. So I don't think you guys want to do this alone. You'd rather stay in the Ten of Cups energy where it's the family. If you're in a relationship or something like that, you'd rather not just kind of leave everything behind socially. You kind of want to carry it along. But I do have to ask, what good is starting a completely new endeavor or journey? If you're carrying everything from your past along with you, because that's what the Hermit kind of emphasizes is, are you really ready for that internal light switch to come back on, to really, really start seeing things a lot more clearly for yourself, because it doesn't look like other people can help you in that path. That's something that only you can do, and that's what's going to be tested here. But yeah, lots of female energy for sure. Female Virgos. Because if you look at the grasshopper, it has to be able to jump or spring in any direction at any moment's notice. That's just one of its adaptations. Just like you're getting a lot of birds here, they have to be able to fly at any moment's notice. But if you guys are in that Ten of Wands, that sluggish energy, that's very, very slow moving. I mean, it's the slowest, I think, in this deck. You're going to find some friction because everything else is telling you to go, go, go. So let's see, what else? I hope you guys like these cards, by the way. It's my first reading on here with these. All right, let's see. Okay, so Knight of Swords. Yes, lots of stealth. So that's the raven, the crow, the blackbird, whatever you want to call it. They're usually a sign of mysticism in some way. Doesn't necessarily represent death or an omen. It is to different cultures. But yeah, it's basically listen to the crow's call, listen to them talking to you. Are you kind of heeding their warning maybe, because you don't want to mess with a crow. I mean, it's very strategic, obviously, with the chess pieces down below. I don't really know what a rook represents, maybe like or is it a castle piece? I'm not sure. I'm not super familiar with chess. But it's at the edge of the forest, so it's got a good vantage point to see anything that's coming forward, and it can fly, so it's very well placed to be able to attack kind of anything that comes in its territory, so yeah, that's pretty much what that is. So where you guys aren't feeling like internally that there is a big journey, you're feeling a little more defensive, like you are kind of almost protecting what's already present, as opposed to, just kind of letting go of the control. and just exploring. And I get it. I mean, there's some things like you worked so hard to get to where you are. I mean, the tower, you that took a lot of foundation. Queen of Pentacles, like you've earned it. Queen of Swords, like um, you've learned how to get through those woods very well, very stealthily to survive. Um, so I get it. But when you get the Ten of Cups, that is ultimate dreams coming to reality. So you don't want to cut everything short before you can get to that energy, you know? Like, we all have things to keep working towards. You guys know that. So just be careful with, you know, who you challenge word-wise. If you aren't really listening to, you know, if people are advising you, especially after the Queen of Swords, about kind of getting off your ass in a way and just doing you for a change, you're going to get a little combative with them for sure. And the reason is because you are so afraid of picking the wrong thing. Here we have some dragonflies, and there's a bunch of different cups. There's 7 cups, and each of them have different items in them. Some are obviously great items for the dragonflies. You know, we see some fruits, some beads, maybe some candy, but then you also see maybe those letters are flypaper. You know, maybe that's a trap. Maybe, you know, the forks and the knives could, you know, impale the dragonflies that try to land in that area. So there are treacherous choices, but this is more so what you think, not necessarily what is. So don't make decisions scarier than they need to be. That's basically what it is. I mean, if you feel you have like 7 choices, yeah, that's overwhelming for anybody. Oh, okay. Our first Pentacles card for you guys. So 7 of Pentacles. So this is really like, look at the fight that's happening in the background, and you're not really feeling it. You're more distracted. You're more intrigued by the rewards that wait you. Maybe if you, once the distraction is taking place, if you go ahead and kind of like take your chance, so you try to retrieve those pentacles, those coins for yourself. So maybe there is some distraction. You know, maybe you are trying to be, you know, the better person and not even getting involved in the drama, which kudos to you. But yeah, because I don't think this is so much as you like taking, like distracting people on purpose. I think this is more so you taking your opportunity. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. Huh. So we go from that to 4 of Pentacles, which this is my favorite card of the deck. I think it's so cute. It's a little squirrel. And 4 of Pentacles. So your savings by this point, okay, I see. So your savings by this point, like, look, even you just can't help yourself, Capricorn. You just love materialistic things. You love possessions. You love that money. You love the rewards. You know, it honestly is not doing you any good, though, because look at this 4 of Pentacles, this squirrel. You know, day in and day out, they bury nuts everywhere, and a lot of times they forget where they are, you know? So it's like you're actually, you're not doing yourself any justice here, because you're, it's like they're not really doing you any good, basically, like how much you're willing to keep on going, keep on trying to earn success for yourself, but the universe is asking you to do something out of the norm for a change. So it's really going to be a testament to you guys and how you embrace that, to see where you can take that energy. So, because the only big cards here are the Tower and the Hermit. Those are the only major arcana. Then you got some queens. But other than that, it's a lot of minor stuff. So it's really, you know, I don't know if you guys are super, super gung-ho about this huge change. You know, it really depends on the person the individual, because this is obviously a group reading of sorts. So this should apply to every Capricorn out there in some way. Um, but the Four of Pentacles, as the last card, just kind of means that the more careful you are, I think the more you're losing. The more cautious you're being, the more opportunities are missed. And so, yes, everything looks shiny and that you just can't help yourself. You guys are like the Nifflers of the Zodiac. Yes, that was a Harry Potter pun, but I think it resonates because you just cannot help yourself here. That's what I'm seeing. Even with the dragonflies, it's like those cups look so shiny and alluring, and the Queen of Pentacles, like you just want to, yeah, I see it. I see it. But I encourage you to try something different. Try something different. Because you guys are certainly going to wear yourselves out if you haven't already with that Ten of Wands reversed. I mean, that could seriously give you issues, anxiety wise, or whatever. Here comes the cat. So, yes, we are feeling some Leo energy here. The cat is present. Shanae. So, I'm at my house that I grew up in, not my usual place. So, but yes, you guys just want this. You want to be pet. You want some attention. You want some love. You don't really want to be serious right now. You just kind of want to reap the rewards of your hard work, which I get that. But I think you guys have a little more left in you. I think Three of Wands, you're looking at what's already present, what you've attained, and there's just some sense of feeling that you could do a little more. I think you guys know that. So I just encourage you to find out what that is for yourself and start the new year off right. Have some good resolutions ready. So that's it. That's all I got, y'all. Happy birthday and happy new year. Bye. Bye.